Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Minneapolis City Council unanimously vote to abolish its police department and replace it with a community-led public safety system, while NYC leaders push plan to cut $1 billion from the NYPD budget. Good. Everybody should be happy. No more racist, abusive cops putting a damper on the city and probably responsible for keeping the crime up. That's what most of these police departments do in America. The move comes days after a veto-proof majority of the council voted to disband the police department after the country erupted in protest over the killing of George Floyd, a black man who died when a white police officer knelt on his neck for nearly 9 minutes. The Minneapolis vote was cast as New York City Council pushed to cut $1 billion from the New York Police Department, NYPD's budget. The gigantic cut to the Big Apple Police Department, $6 billion annual budget, could see a reduction in the size of the force from 36,000 to 33,000, while removing functions like school safety and homeless outreach from the police. Yeah, I saw some more college campus do not want the cops on their campus anymore. The city council unanimously approved a resolution today declaring the intent to create a transformative new model of cultivating safety, committing to a year-long process of community engagement. Wow. Well, I'm glad they did this. There is no short-term plan to scrap the Minneapolis Police Department, the city council said. As of Friday, the council have started a year-long process to find recommendations for what will replace it. The replacement is set to be a community-led public safety system that will redirect funds from the department and channel them into community services aimed at preventing crime. Money could be redirected to mental health services, social services, job programs, and art groups. Jobs such as traffic stops, overdose call-outs, and mental health calls may be taken away from officers. One recommendation from activists involves a smaller one, more specialized force for public servants who would deal with solving violent crimes. County sheriffs, whose jurisdiction includes Minneapolis, could be used as a stopgap police force. In Minneapolis, the council voted for the community-led replacement Friday as members felt the police department as it stands past reform. So in other words, they're saying the police department they have in place right now, there is nothing they can do, including reforms would not help the situation. The murder of George Floyd on May 25th, 2020 by Minneapolis police officers is a tragedy that shows that no amount of reforms will prevent lethal violence and abuse by some members of the police department against members of our community, especially Black people and people of color, 5 council members wrote in the resolution. It added that Floyd's death was one in a tragically long list of people killed by the city's police that led to a wave of protests and uprisings across the United States and across the world, and has led to thousands of voices asking for change. Today's unanimous City Council resolution advances our shared commitment to transformative change in how Minneapolis approach public safety so that every member of our community can be truly safe, said City Council President Lisa Bender. As we respond to demands for immediate action to reduce police violence and support community safety, we will invite our community to help shape long-term transformative change, centering the voices of those most impacted by the community violence and police violence. According to the resolution, the City Council will now begin a year-long process of engaging with every willing community member in Minneapolis to come up with a new public safety model. It added that the process would center on the voices of Black people, American Indian people, and people of color, immigrants, victims of harm, and other stakeholders who have been historically marginalized or underserved by our system. Together, we will identify what safety looks like for everyone, the resolution reads. So there you have it. They have officially disbanded their police department in Minneapolis, and look like the sheriff's department will pick up the slack until they have a new body in place, more geared towards public safety. Well, look at what one reckless officer did to one city. So all of these cops are going to lose their jobs. So you can go and thank those 4 officers that were out there, especially Derek Chauvin, who is the real murderer in the whole thing. And you can thank him for losing your job. So you figure, look, if the police department is now disbanded, there goes the union too. Because what they have in mind is not going to be like the police department that they have today. So, hey, maybe this is a good opportunity to kick the union out as well, because we know they are the root to many of the problems in policing today. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Minneapolis did it. They did it. They really pulled this off, thanks to all of the protesting and the people that put themselves out there every day for this kind of change. But it can't just stop in Minneapolis. This must be something that spreads across the country. Many of these police departments are not viable for the community. They kill and harm people more than they help people. They must go. That over the top, kill and hurt people, police style, people don't want that. They don't want it. So let's hope that more cities recognize their problem in policing and do something about it, just like they did in Minneapolis, because it is definitely needed in more than just this one place. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.